Hello guys, I'm your host UA Coachman, and today's a very special day because today's actually the first ever episode of the BenchWarmers podcast. Here at the BenchWarmers podcast, we like to make everyone feel like they have what it takes to make the starting five, and our mission is to provide a platform where the average individuals feel comfortable giving their input. So without further ado, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. We look forward to hearing what you guys have to say below. And we look forward to answering any questions you have in future videos. Thank you and enjoy. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Over this past weekend, Woj reported that Anthony Davis was being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 4 first-round picks. Myself, being a die-hard Laker fan, it was kind of bittersweet, being that these past years had took me on an emotional roller coaster with these young players. The Lonzo Balls, the Brandon Ingram, the Julius Randles, the D'Angelo Russell. I feel like I had an emotional attachment to these players, and I feel like that is the problem with the current state of the Los Angeles Lakers prior to this trade, is that the front office had an emotional attachment to these players. And that's wrong. That's a no-no. Anyone who's in any type of business industry will tell you that you're never supposed to have an emotional attachment. That's something that's into something that's an investment. These players are basically an investment. They're assets. You're not supposed to have an emotional attachment to them. Hence is why we haven't made the Paul George trade. Hence is why we didn't get Kawhi Leonard via trade. We broke out of that cycle now that we got Anthony Davis. But I just personally feel like in these big markets, especially the Los Angeles Lakers, these young players know coming into it when they declare for the draft and they get an agent and they say, oh, I'm not going to work out for no other team. I want to be drafted by the Lakers. They know upon LeBron's arrival that what it was going to require, what it was going to take, what it was going to do for the city. They know the stigma and the responsibilities that come with being a Laker. So the fact that some may feel a little mad that they're traded, you got to understand it's justifiable because these players knew this coming into the organization. They knew what it required to be a Los Angeles Laker, and they signed up for it. They got paid to do it, so it should be no hard feelings. It's just business. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, ladies and gentlemen, a multi-billion-dollar industry. So if you're a young player and your development doesn't translate into wins, then your job is not secure. It's inevitable that you will be traded. That's just how it is. So it's a 24/7, it's a 24-hour gym in every city around the world. And if you don't want to get traded, then get better. That's the new motto. If you don't want to get traded and you're a young player, then stay in the gym. Don't play Fortnite. Don't go out with your homeboys or summer. You stay in the gym and you lock in. That's how you don't get traded. All right, so I personally feel that Anthony Davis joining the Lakers, the value in that move is being underappreciated, being that I look at it from the standpoint of the history of the NBA. You look at Pau Gasol when he was in Memphis, his individual performance with the team wasn't that significant. They never really went anywhere. They never went a deep playoff run. They never competed for a championship. But as soon as he joined Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers, his game went to another level. He became not only a household name, but he became a Hall of Famer and a global icon, a global superstar. You look at Kevin Garnett. When he was in Minnesota, he was a Hall of Famer. He was a quality, good young player, but his game didn't go to the next level. He didn't solidify himself until he joined the Boston Celtics and went on that run. So I just think that that's going to be the same effect with Anthony Davis. I feel like it's a perfect move for Anthony Davis to join the Los Angeles Lakers and join LeBron James. It's a story of redemption. Both these guys have something to prove. Davis wants to prove that, I'm a top 5, top 10 player in this league, and I'm going to show you. LeBron wants to prove that he's still one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And even for Kyle Kuzma, he wants to prove that I'm the right guy, that the Lakers kept the right guy. As you guys know, Kuzma was close with Lonzo and Ingram, but it was a reality check for Kuzma because it showed you that anyone is indispensable. Like, anyone can go. So I feel like I'm expecting a big year for Kuzma. And I feel like if anyone benefits from this trade, it's Kyle Kuzma. I feel like now with the support of the front office, being that he wasn't traded, the support of LeBron James, with him knowing that he's actually going to be a Laker for a long period of time, is going to go a long way this offseason. He's already working with Lethal Shooter on his shooting. So I'm expecting Kyle Kuzma to be a most improved candidate next season. I really do, guys. I think he's going to go from the 17, 18 point per game that he's at to maybe 21, 22 next season. He could turn out to be a 22-8 guy for a career. So I'm really looking for Kyle Kuzma to have a significant role next season playing alongside LeBron and AD. As far as free agency goes, I think the Lakers are now in the driver's seat. It's funny because it's funny how the tables turn. I remember months prior, it was being reported that the Lakers may strike out in free agency and trades. It was being reported that no superstar wanted to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. They wasn't interested in with the construction of the roster. They didn't want to play alongside aging LeBron James. And now look, the Lakers are in the driver's seat. We single-handedly control every move in the free agency. Our decision on who we pursue this free agency could make or break historically great NBA franchises. Ain't that crazy, guys? For example, if the Lakers decide to go full throttle in on Kyrie Irving, then what happens to the Boston Celtics? What happens to the New York Knicks? What happens to the Brooklyn Nets? If the Los Angeles Lakers decide to go full throttle on Kawhi Leonard, the Raptors go from being the NBA champions to a lottery team. And if the Los Angeles Lakers decide to get Jimmy Butler, what does that mean for the Knicks? What does that mean for Philly, who was hoping to either acquire him or obtain him via free agency? Like, this free agency is being controlled by the Los Angeles Lakers. Whether you want to admit it or not, the Lakers are in the driver's seat. And I personally feel that the addition of Anthony Davis makes the Lakers more intriguing for big-name free agents, because who wouldn't want to be a part of maybe arguably the greatest big three in NBA history? With the injuries in Golden State, who wouldn't want to join LeBron and maybe bring a championship back to Los Angeles Lakers, have a banner in Los Angeles in the Staples Center? Who, name an NBA player that wouldn't want to do that? And then you look at the top 3 free agents that's available, that's healthy, if not including Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. They all have some sort of ties to Los Angeles. Kawhi, his uncle, is cool with Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant. Kawhi loves Kobe Bryant. They're cool. Kyrie Irving, him and LeBron rekindle things. Kyrie loves Kobe Bryant, grew up a Nets fan, loves Jason Kidd, who's on our coaching staff now. He has ties. And then Jimmy Butler, who always wanted to play for LA. He loves Los Angeles. He loves the Los Angeles Lakers. He loves the brand. He loves everything, and wouldn't mind playing with LeBron. They all have ties to us. So I just think it's a win-win. I think next season it will be a crazy season in the NBA. I think the Lakers will be in championship contention for the next 3 to 4 years. And I think that everyone who's saying, oh, the Lakers may regret this trade, they're going to bite their words, because this could come out. I'm going to be on record to say this can end up being Pau Gasol trade 2.0, where the Lakers gave up young, questionable players and they got back a superstar. They robbed the Grizzlies. I think this could be the same way if the Lakers, with the Lakers trading Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. Brandon Ingram has a blood clot issue. So yeah, it may be fixable right now, but we don't know what may happen 4 to 5 years from now. He's relatively young, But the future effects, side effects, we don't know. It could come back and come back worse in other parts of his body. Maybe his lungs, like Chris Bosh's injury, that was career ending. So Brandon Ingram could relatively in the next 5 years not even be in the NBA, not be eligible to play. Or he's going to be, his contract is up at the end of this next season. So he could say, oh, I don't like the Pelicans. I don't want to play for New Orleans. And he can go get a good offer or go somewhere else where he wants to go. So it's crazy. And the Lonzo Ball situation, this can easily go south if Brandon Ingram indeed improves himself. Now that the Pelicans got the number 4 pick from the trade, say they draft a guard like Jared Culver or Darius Garland, and these guards are relatively better than Lonzo Ball on the offensive level or defensive level, and they fit the system better. Maybe Drew Holiday moves to that 1, Lonzo Ball goes to the bench, and now you got to hear LeVar Ball all day, and Lonzo doesn't, you understand, he doesn't feel part of the team. Maybe he doesn't even make the rotation 2-3 years from now if Darius Garland or Jared Culver, or say they get RJ Barrett, is significantly better than Lonzo. So it's a lot of question marks over there. Everyone presumably thinks, oh, the Pelicans got much better. We're going to see how it unfolds, because I don't understand how pairing Brandon Ingram with Lonzo Ball and Zion Williamson and Drew Holiday was better than pairing him with LeBron James, arguably the greatest player of all time, and the core and foundation that they had there at Los Angeles Lakers this past offseason. And yeah, you may say, oh, well, they was injured, but you look at their numbers, they wasn't statistically better. Brandon Ingram was projected to make that jump from the beginning of the season from the 16, 17 point per game to 22, 23. Some even had him as a most improved candidate last offseason, but his numbers stayed relatively the same. He probably got better by points per game by a point or two, but it wasn't any significant better. So I just personally feel like now that he's being traded to the Pelicans, his the narrative has changed, and people just want to go against the Lakers, and that's fine. But don't make no mistake, the Lakers will be very good next season, and I cannot wait to get an Anthony Davis Lakers jersey, and I can't wait to see the Lakers play in the start of the season next year. So thank you guys for tuning in. More videos coming soon. My next video will be who should the Lakers target next, like who should be their next move. I personally feel like Brook Lopez should be an option. Nikola Mirotic. These are all guys that may take less or would be affordable. These the mid-level tier free agents that I think will be formidable in the Lakers uniform and with the current structure of the roster. Brook Lopez will be, if we get Brook Lopez to pair with Anthony Davis, that would be insane. Anthony Davis may end up having arguably the best season of his career under that situation, with LeBron at the 3, Davis at the 4, Lopez at the 5, stretching the floor. I would take Anthony Davis going 1-on-1 with any 4 or 5 in the league. So just look out for that. And Kawhi Leonard, I'm predicting it right now on this podcast that the Lakers will actually have to choose between Kyrie or Kawhi and who they really want. Not if Kyrie or Kawhi wants to join the Lakers. It will be, do the Lakers want Kyrie or Kawhi? Which one do we want? The decision won't be in their hands, it will be in ours. I'm predicting it right now, but I ultimately see Kawhi in the Lakers jersey. We'll see how it unfolds. Thank you guys for tuning in.